So welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're taking a look at Merit Circle, the ticker MC for this one. And this is potentially the best entry route into the metaverse in terms of a single holding you can have, in my opinion. And this is the reason why I'm going to be adding to this one. I want to accumulate this over at least the next 12, 18, 24 months, however long this bear period lasts for. Probably going to start my buys sometime in December. Now, the token here, we're going to go through and discuss. On the right-hand side of the screen here, you can see the circulating supply, 277 million tokens, and the max supply down here, if I can get rid of that, is around 899 million. There was 1 billion tokens from the Genesis. They've burned so far 100 and change million tokens. So over 10% of the supply already burned. So in a wallet that is marked as a burn wallet, those are never coming back into circulation again. And remember, this token is less than a year old, comes up on its 1 year anniversary around November time, and there is a token unlock at that period for team and advisors. If we just scroll down here and look at the price chart, but I've got it on market cap here because market cap's a bit of a better way to view this one, due to the fact if you look at price, it's not taking into account all the token unlocks which are creating the market cap, you know, just pushing it skyward on the day that the tokens come out. Example there, 2nd of April, 1st and 2nd of April, and then here around the 29th of July, where it just goes up like a skyscraper due to a token unlock. But not necessarily bad thing, as some of the unlocked tokens, and quite a good proportion of them, are actually being burned. So more on that in just a second. But as you can see from this, steep discounts when it goes sub $100 million in terms of its market cap, somewhere around 198 right now. So do you think it might be a little bit on the expensive side? And in terms of severe discounts, somewhere I'd like to buy would be if it does go below 100 yet again. So time on our side, there will be plenty of opportunity to accumulate this one, I do believe, but I really have earmarked this as one of the best tokens in the metaverse and one that I really want to go hard into. So let's go and pull up the tokenomics sector here on CoinGecko. They don't have this available for all tokens, but they do for Merit Circle here. This diagram is actually better represented on ICO drops here. So we just go through the token distribution here. So retroactive rewards, around 4% of these tokens, so 40 million being distributed over a period of 10% at TGE, and then 18 months they are vesting over. And then if we just go through some more of these, some of the ones that people are more skeptical about and are worried about dumps, team advisors, 20% of tokens. These will vest from November this year. The team actually and the advisors agreed to extending this cliff period, and then they vest over a 42-month period. Of course, they'll be getting quite a lot of tokens. As you can see, 200 million over 42 months. It's many millions of tokens that they're going to be getting each and every month. So that'll be November. That'll be interesting to see what the team and advisors do. Do they start dumping, or maybe do they just sell off a small proportion? Or, you know, what's going to happen? We'll wait and see and just take it from there. Then we have the treasury. These have accumulated a load of tokens. Public distribution, this was the copper launch over here, so 75 million token sale. They actually sold out a total of 41 million tokens over here, so 55% of them sold out. I was actually watching this one on copper launch back then, so this was the start of November 2021. This was severely hyped. It started off at $1, and as you can see, ended up at around $3.20 there. One of the biggest, I think the biggest actual liquidity bootstrapping pool launch on copper in history. And so with $105 million bootstrapping the treasury and getting the DAO going, pretty phenomenal stuff from Merit Circle there. So I was pretty hyped about this back then, and I saw this as a really good DAO opportunity in terms of, you know, having a guild. But it's actually branched out into more than just being a simple guild, which we'll go into in just a moment. Early investors down here, this is one of the other worries, 14.1%, 141 million MC tokens went to these guys. And if we just scroll down, you can see that they got in during a token sale. 4.5 million was raised September 2021 at a price of 3 cents as per the article here. Some big names in here: Digital Currency Group, Mechanism Capital, Defiance, Spartan, Yield Guild as well. So quite good company within there, but as you know, any distressed VC fund, if they've got in around 3 cents now, they're still sat on a rather hefty profit here at 71 cents. So as their tokens vest out, which is happening over a 36-month period, and that started from around March of this year, over 36 months, they're getting a lot of tokens here and probably selling them. If you go and check out some of the wallets here, you can actually go for yourself, find the seed investors and actually go through this and see the ones that are dumping. There's been quite a lot of sales from here. They withdraw, move them primarily to Binance and sell some tokens, but there's not been too many like giga dumps, but there have been a few in there. So of course there are always going to be someone dumping on your head, but we're going to go into a bit more today and look at why I am bullish on this token overall. So as I said, this first started off in my mind as just another guild, a DAO guild, and something that was quite interesting to me, but it's really developed a lot more since then. And I think the ambitions of this team are quite clear from this. They have 4 key verticals here. The first one being Merit Circle Gaming. So this would be the gaming guild. This will be essentially the gamers, the ones working under the Merit Circle brand who are playing the games, earning revenue, and they take a 70% proportion of the profits themselves, and 30% goes back to the DAO. So the DAO gets 30% on all the earnings of the gamers in here. That is obviously the quintessential gaming guild approach, but there's 3 more verticals here: the Merit Circle Marketplace, Merit Circle Studios, and Merit Circle Investments, i.e. a VC firm. So let's just quickly go through these 4. So the first one being Merit Circle Investments. So essentially these guys, with their brand, leveraging that and their marketing ability, and some of the influential people behind this one in terms of the team, and Pentoshi, for example, on Twitter, they're able to get seed round investments into the best, the hottest, newest upcoming games and the best NFTs. So you're getting a seat at the table for some of the best investments that typically us guys can't get in on, apart from begging over on Discord, etc., trying to get into token sales. Well, this is an easy way to get some of that exposure, as this DAO will have major access into these various raises, SAFTs, etc. So as they say, they're creating a hybrid of hedge and venture capital funds here, and creating a robust and resilient treasury that can withstand even the hardest market conditions, i.e. now. This vertical consists of venture, token, and NFT investments, as well as yield farming operations. So even that as well, there's going to be regular revenue from yield farming and a lot of these productive NFTs. So the DAO is always accumulating some form of revenue to a tune of over $1 million per month at this moment in time. Then we have, of course, Merit Circle Gaming. As they say, we love gaming, we invest in games, incubate games, have thousands of gamers in our community, and with the development of our gaming platform, we're bringing it all together in one place. Now, if we think of a guild and the number of workers, or essentially gamers, those who are actually giving up their time to play in these play to earn games and generate revenue for the DAO, I just think the number and the total addressable market for this is huge, as gaming is one of those sectors where people just get totally immersed. And if you can get paid for doing something you love, like gaming, people are going to do this more and more and more. And I think it's very easy to scale a business like this. So I'm kind of seeing this as kind of the recruitment center of Web3. And I think this will see huge growth over the coming years, as some of these, games that are just being developed, the ones that are just on the cusp of release, some of these are going to be hitters. They're going to make huge returns. They're going to be massive out there. And as confident as I may be in picking some good games out, there's a lot of risk in doing that yourself, whereas I think Merit Circle will have their tentacles deep in all of the big hit games, and this could see huge upside for the DAO. Then we have studios. So again, going a bridge further here, under our studios vertical, we combine our skill set, expertise, community, and significant treasury to unlock the potential of others and offer the perfect breeding ground for creative projects. I.e., these guys are going to be publishing their own concepts, whether that be through NFTs with Eden Horde, for example, which they've already done. They can also incubate new games and push groundbreaking projects, as they say in their own words. Essentially, you're going to see almost a white label solution. Game developers will want to piggyback off the brand of Merit Circle, bring their IP to the table, and then Merit Circle can help them and grow them into a fully fledged game with obviously a big guild and following behind it. So marketing, gamers, all of that all in one. So again, you can see the ability for this to really expand expand and become seriously scalable. So, the studios aspect, again, you can see the vertical integration going on here. And then finally, the marketplace, which is called Sphere. They say here at Merit Circle DAO, we're creating an NFT marketplace for in-game assets that will drastically improve the current user experience when trading digital assets. So just think in-game assets, you want a weapon, etc., etc. You want to have a main hub that you go to and do all your in-game asset purchases, swaps, etc. Well, they've created Sphere, not yet fully released, coming soon. They put out a PR statement back in June about this one. Looks very, very exciting and potentially could be a smash hit. So having the #1 marketplace in this sector, potentially, again, it could be a huge money spinner for the DAO. You want upside in this, you buy the MC token, not financial advice. So just one small example here. This is Crypto Raiders, the game. Merit Circle partnered with them and made an investment of $400,000. So investing at the ground level, essentially getting seed round price or better, buying up NFTs, all that good stuff, those in-game assets, plots of land, all those different things across various games. This is how deep the tentacles will go. And this just ensures that the DAO has maximum opportunity to really generate lots and lots of income going forward. So just a flavor of how some of the game development through the studios may work here. So essentially what will happen is the DAO will team up with a set of game developers. So at the moment, they've got Hashrush, which is coming out. So they've partnered with her Hashrush team here. And then, so example, game developer Hashrush comes along, the game, the vision, the art, and direction, etc. is all belongs to the game developer. They're going to push out a game, publish it, and then the DAO involvement over here is to obviously provide a budget, but also for the marketing, the in-game economy, smart contracts, community building, etc. This is where Merit Circle can leverage brand and influence to help the game along. So you can see the pros for each side of the equation there. And then in terms of the game revenues, once launched, 75% back to the DAO, 25% to the game developers. Everyone's a winner. And from the 75% here, 7.5% goes to MC stakers. Eden Horde holders get 2.5%. That is the first NFT collection from Merit Circle. And then 65% goes to the treasury. Over time, the bigger the treasury, the more investments that can occur, the more profit, drives more and more value to the MC holders and stakers over time. So you can kind of see the flywheel that is being built out here. It's really, really interesting. So early on, they actually put together this, which was a way for de-risking some of their investments. So they put together kind of like a trading aspect here as to what the DAO will do with any NFTs or tokens once they become liquid. When will they sell them? What is the protocol behind this? So this was the actual MIP, which stands for Merit Improvement Proposal. This is number 6 that was put forward and approved. And I think I can see some of Pentoshi's level of thinking here, because it is mainly a trading strategy that was put forward here. So what they're talking about here is de-risking and utilizing liquid tokens or NFTs to cash in, replenish the funds spent from the DAO treasury, and ensure that overall we remain profitable and we do take profits strategically. So as they say, the DAO invests with the intention of holding assets for a long time. And of course, they want to generate revenue through these assets. They're productive assets. That's why they're buying them. But at the same time, it's also the DAO's mandate to return profits from investments to the DAO, in addition to the play to earn revenue that it generates. So you can see the mandate here is to be a profitable DAO. So the parameters they set up are these: de-risk any investment as standard procedure when it hits a 10x multiple from the purchase price and becomes liquid. Standard de-risk by selling up to 100% of the initial dollar value of the investment at current prices back to the market. And a standard procedure where to take profit on another 100%, effectively banking a 200% gain on the initial dollar value that was invested, and take profit on a maximum of 20% of the total token or NFT position. So they wouldn't giga dump all the tokens, but can sell up to 20%. And I think this is one of the, how will this impact relations with the partners? Because, if you invest 400K in a new game, well, this partner doesn't want you to dump all your tokens once they've gone up 10x. But this improvement proposal lets them know the mandate that is working in the background, that once we get to that, 10x, we will de-risk our position as we are trying to run a profitable DAO here. So the response here, we believe this is better for a long-term relationship with partners. They have complete transparency and clarity on the policy as it is here on the governance page. So what we can see so far is there's 4 key verticals. We've looked at the token economics behind it, some of the unlocks that are coming, and we've seen how the DAO will actually operate day-to-day business, taking profits, being a profitable VC and making those strategic investments that maybe us as individuals can't. So the value capture mechanism for the MC token is where it all comes together here. So this thread from Pentoshi sums it up quite well. And he says, I want to discuss some exciting changes in regard to the tokenomics of Merit Circle. And with the recent MIP7 DAO proposal that passed, they're making some changes to realize gains. Some of the changes are as follows. This is the MIP7 over here. And this goes into detail as to how they will drive value accrual to the MC token here. But I'll let Pentoshi take this one. So effectively 20% of proceeds, so that's token sales, NFT sales, etc., 20% of those sales are sent straight to the USDC treasury. So they have treasury reports on a monthly basis, which you can check out. I think they got about 45 million USDC right now. So 5% will then be sent to the ETH or WBTC treasury. So again, they're going to have these hard assets as well, ETH, wrapped Bitcoin primarily. So that accounts for 25% of all revenues, and then 60% will be used to create a strong support at approximately 25% below the current market price. And they're going to use, for example, 1inch to put a limit order to buy up MC tokens there, and they'll check this every 7 days. And with these tokens, they're going to create obviously a buy support here, but they can also be burned or sold to strategic investors depending on DAO governance. And then 15% will actually be used to buy back MC and burn it, sending it to the burn wallet, where over 100 million tokens or 10% of the total supply burnt currently. So as he goes on, and this was back in January, so a lot of money has made its way through the ecosystem here. Revenues have been good, but he says while we have only been operating for a few months, we have positive cash flow with 1.7 mil invested that is currently trading and current value of 25 mil and realized gains of 1.2 million on that. They made some really cool investments. For example, they put 50k into UFO gaming that went up to a peak of around $1.1 million, I believe, and he expects the USDC treasury to exceed 150 to 200 mil in the coming year. I'm not sure if we're on track for that, but you know, they are a profitable company. The bigger the DAO treasury, the more money that can be made, and thus this has a positive feedback loop for the MC token. If we just go down here, and if we go down to the part 2 of the proposal here, they talk about the circulating supply versus fully diluted valuation. So at the time of writing this, the community incentives bucket was the biggest, accounting for 29% of the circulating supply, but these funds had not been spent and no proposals had been made at this current time. And so this is approximately $37 million worth of token unlocks each and every month. And so the proposal here was to burn 75% of the unused tokens per month. This still gives the DAO obviously 25%, enough tokens to do whatever they want with and to make investments. But that 75% will be reviewed quarterly based on feedback from the community with DAO governance, if any change will be made on that. But you can see a lot of the tokens coming into circulation here and getting unlocked are actually being burned. So 75% of those from this bucket do get burnt. And if you follow along over on the wallets over here, go to community incentives, for example, and you can see a load, millions of these tokens each and every week pretty much are going to the burn wallet. Hence the amount of tokens burnt and thus removed from the total supply is going down and down and down. In terms of the token, you can stake it. So if you stake the token, you can see 53 million's worth are currently staked here. So from the pools we can see down here, so the rewards actually go to this pool here, MC to ETH Uniswap pair, and also the Merit Circle token single-sided pool. And if you do stake in this pool, the APR is 30% if you do not lock. But if you lock in for a maximum of 1 year on a sliding scale, you can get up to 60% APR. Now remember what we just looked at, they are actively placing buy orders 25% below market value. Once they get hit, these tokens are being bought up by the market, and these bought back MC will over time be the main source of MC staking dividend. So at this moment in time, there are inflationary rewards, but there is also real yield rewards as well going to stakers. So I think this is a decent opportunity. As I DCA into this one, I will be staking the tokens and trying to accumulate as much MC as possible. I can see the upside for this being absolutely huge. If they have even just one big hit in game that they've invested hard into, the upside for the DAO and thus the MC token holders is going to be huge. So let me know what you think of Merit Circle. Let me know your price targets for this one and whether you think this will be successful down in the comments below. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.